The Texas landscape is full of ghost towns and abandoned buildings. On Expedition Texas, we look for stories of these places and share them with you. Today, we revisit the historic town of Eagle Pass, Texas, to explore the ruins of the Fort Duncan Medical Center.
Texas is full of lost history, from lost cemeteries to abandoned buildings, from the infamous to the obscure. Hitch a ride and travel across the Lone Star State, looking for hints of Texas' colorful past, our lost history. This is Expedition Texas, and we're gonna find it.
2 years ago, Expedition Texas visited the border town of Eagle Pass, Texas, to tour the barracks at Fort Duncan. Our guide then was Eagle Pass Mayor Ramsey English Cantu.
I'm seeing tile here on the ground, and it looks like maybe we're standing in what was a room, or was this like an outside area?
Actually, this particular was the porch area to the area of the barracks. There was specific areas that were considered obviously rooms that were into certain sections. So there was specific outdoor areas, and this was specific also that there were areas of rooms, additional rooms that came out for the barracks.
Okay.
In later years, the barracks became a country club. It was during that time that the kitchen caught fire and gutted the building. We're exploring what remains of the historic fort with Eagle Pass Mayor Ramsey English Cantu.
So as we're stepping through this particular area, we're actually going to fast forward a little bit and go to the 80s when this is the particular area in the kitchen that was known that actually caused the fire for the loss of this particular area to take place. So this particular area is the kitchen area. This is what actually is the area where the fire took place in the early 80s. As you can see, the colors of the floor tiles and the tile on the walls, it kind of gives itself to that time frame. Yeah. But this was what caused the fire to actually spread throughout the entire barrack area. The roofs of these particular areas were wooden roofs.
While we were there, we noticed a large abandoned building that we were told was the old Fort Duncan Medical Center. We were unable to tour the hospital on that trip, but a solid piece of lost South Texas history deserves another trip to Eagle Pass, Texas. Once there, we again met up with Mayor Cantu. But before we could see the old hospital, the mayor took us to another location the city is proud to be restoring for visitors.
This is what will be the city's art gallery and center. We're very proud of the fact that it's under full construction, and it's definitely something has a lot of history also for the downtown area.
What was this building?
This building originally was a retail store, just a regular clothing shop in the early 1900s. Around the mid-1930s, it became the actual locale for Central Power and Light. So it was a utility company. So we kind of wanted to keep the history of that. And as we're going through this, you'll see the electrical wiring that we wanted to protect during this process, and to kind of keep the wiring there for its purpose of the history with Central Power and Light. So there's a lot of little cute and interesting details that the building has that we wanted to preserve.
Now, is this fire door here, was this part of the original building?
This was part of the original building. This was actually, this will lead into the second portion, which is the second phase of our center. This is the art center. This will, once this is fully opened, this will move into the new section, which will be the New City Museum and Cultural area. But this was original to the building. They had it completely redone in order to bring out its original texture and the protection of what is the full steel that has to offer.
Well, very cool, and congratulations on this project, Mayor.
Thank you so much. We're very proud of it.
And I saw this building here, and I'm like, Joe, what is that? And you said maybe another day, Bob. Today's that day.
If you're not following Expedition Texas on Facebook, you're missing half the fun. We'll take you behind the scenes with photos and live videos from the road. See what we're up to while we're out digging up great stories to tell on TV. Then watch for opportunities to share your story ideas or just drop us a line and let us know how you're doing. Follow Expedition Texas on Facebook at Expedition Texas.
You're watching Expedition Texas.
We've traveled to Eagle Pass, Texas for a second time. What has drawn us back to take a trip across Texas is the historic Fort Duncan area of Eagle Pass. Our sights set on the historic Fort Duncan Medical Center. Mayor Ramsey English Cantu gives us some history of that area.
Well, that building is the first original hospital in the city of Eagle Pass. It was something that was that is very historic in our community, built in the 20s, looking towards all that has happened there. And as you even go by there, you know, many people in our community remember, hey, that's where I was born. I wasn't though, but that is something that is definitely a prize gem for us. You see the architecture, and it's something that you don't normally see in other buildings within our community. It is something that we are actually looking towards at a future date, looking towards rehabbing and preserving that as well. But the building itself comes with a lot of history, a lot of stories that have come with it. There's been a lot that has been talked about over the years as far as whether it's haunted or not. So there comes with that. It's just a very unique experience. Right now, that building is not open, you know, to the general public, but it is something that we have had some neat opportunities to show the communities, the area, to kind of express that. A lot of people go out there and try to, you know, look in, and it becomes like kind of a little ghost, hunt in the area. There is a morgue. Original morgue that is part of the hospital that everybody seems to be curious about, but it is something that we take, you know, extreme precautions, but we want to preserve that as quickly as possible.
Next stop is to head to the old Fort Duncan area to meet up with Joe Cruz. Joe is the Main Street Director for Eagle Pass and will be our guide as we explore the old building.
All right, so not too long ago, about a year ago, we were here at the Fort Duncan barracks, and I saw this building here, and I'm like, Joe, what is that? And you said maybe another day, Bob. Today's that day.
Yeah.
We're here to check it out. What is this place?
This is the old Fort Duncan Hospital. Actually, a lot of people think it was the first hospital. Actually, it was the second hospital.
Really?
But so again, love the architecture of this building. Love the brick and the design of.
It's very cool, and I'm dying to go inside, man. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's go. Check this out.
Yeah.
What do you think, Bob?
How are we supposed to get in here, man?
Hey, you know what? I know another way.
Okay.
You want to check it out?
Yeah.
All right, let's go this way.
Okay. What are we doing? Another door?
Not exactly.
Oh, okay.
You'll see. It's over
Okay.
here. Right over here.
Oh,
You
the
get the
window. Is this
special
approved?
VIP treatment.
Okay.
So
Okay. It's a little bit bigger. All right. Well, here goes nothing. Let's go check it out.
On Expedition Texas, we explore lost history, but there are plenty of historic locations across Texas that you can still visit. In Greenville, the Texan Theater has been given new life and an all-star lineup of shows by Barbara Horan.
Somebody said, why did you choose this theater? Asked me before, and this was the only theater. It wasn't that I loved this theater as opposed to other theaters. It was the only theater. And so it was the one.
At the Texan, you can enjoy luxury dining and entertainment while surrounded by Texas history. One of the places you can still visit and help keep Texas history alive. If you like stories about new businesses in historic downtown buildings, check out our sister show online. Main Street Reborn is online mini episodes about the people and places that are breathing new life into historic downtown buildings across the country. Find it online at Facebook Watch and on YouTube. We're in Eagle Pass, Texas, exploring the abandoned historic hospital at Fort Duncan. Our guide is Joe Cruz. The building is owned by the city of Eagle Pass. Joe works for the city of Eagle Pass, and we have permission to enter. So, not sure why we went in through the window, but here we are.
All right, Joe.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
So we're now in what I guess is the east wing of the hospital. And the hospitals were built a lot different back then. So you had like the long hallways off of a center like common area, right?
That's right.
And all of these would have been patient rooms. I guess nurses would have been stationed down here somewhere.
Exactly.
But surprisingly, a lot of this still looks like it did, even though you said it kind of went through a different incarnation as like a physical therapy type place for a while, right?
It was the clinic, and you can tell like they pretty much just took off.
Yeah, it's like they, well, we're done.
You still see a lot of books,
last
you
day.
still see a lot of shelves and things like that.
Yeah, policies and procedures scattered all over the floor. So this must have been the room really where they checked everybody in, because
Probably.
yeah, we've got the calendar here for 2006. So not too long ago that they were in here actually doing some business.
Physical therapy.
And then got the printer cartridges and oh, looky here. Just in case we have any questions on how to treat our patients, it's the textbook of critical care. Nice. Let's see what we can learn about your ailments, Joe.
Let's find out.
Man, there's like mathematic equations and everything in there. That's a little high level for me. I'm not gonna mess with that.
Ready for the holiday.
Look at there. Santa Claus. Awesome. Office. Let's go see some medical rooms. Whoa. Somebody's video collection.
Yeah, I think it's HR still.
Ah, it's HR stuff.
Staff
Patient and
safety
staff
issues.
safety issues. Bloodborne pathogens.
Whoa.
Goodness, what?
Got this picture I also found.
Oh, wow. Somebody's car. June 5th, 2001, 7:45 a.m. And it looks like a hospital in the background there. We might ought to keep this bloodborne pathogens book in case we cut ourselves on any of these broken windows in here.
Oh yeah.
What is this, Joe?
The stairwell goes up to an unknown. Let me put it to you that way.
Really? Well, I love stairways to nowhere. Let's see what's up here.
All right.
Solid.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're on your own on this one.
I'm on my own?
You're on your own.
Okay. Well,
Good
thank
luck.
you, Joe. I'm
I
gonna go
want to
check
find
it
out
out.
what's up there. So
Okay.
I'll let you go.
Okay. Thanks, Joe. He takes such good care of me. Let's go check it out. Well, not sure what this tower was for, but they've got air conditioning equipment in here now. Wow. So, not sure what this was, but I'm thinking it might have been the doctor's secret quarters. And that's a rubber glove and a playing card. Huh. The things you find in old buildings. Well, I've seen all I want to at the top.
While exploring the tower, Joe had to leave the hospital.
Hey,
Yeah.
you're on your own on this one.
I'm on my own.
You're on your own.
Okay. Well,
Good luck.
thank you, Joe. I'm
I
gonna go
want to
check
find
it
out
out.
what's up there. So
Okay.
I'll let you go.
Okay. Thanks, Joe.
Unfortunately, he missed the best part of our expedition. The area we've already explored had been shuttered in 2006. The other half of the building had been completely sealed off for decades.
In there. Oh, wow. There's a kitty cat. And he left. This is cool. I'm going in. Whatever happened on that side of the building did not happen on this side of the building. It's been sealed off.
Eagle Pass, Texas is home to hundreds of young businesses in historic buildings. This is the work of folks like Main Street Director Joe Cruz, who promotes historic buildings as locations for new businesses. Joe was our guide for the first half of our exploration of the old Fort Duncan Medical Center. The hospital closed long ago. Half of the building was used until 2006 as a physical therapy clinic, with the other half of the building completely sealed off for decades. Through an opening in a newer wall meant to conceal the rest of the building, we found more original portions of the Fort Duncan Medical Center.
Oh, wow. There's a kitty cat. And he left. This is cool. I'm going in. Got some of the original floor in here. So I'm guessing that whatever happened on that side of the building did not happen on this side of the building. It's been sealed off, and what you can see in here, a lot of old tables and storage, keys to something, probably this. But what's cool about this is the old kind of mint green coloring that was so prominent on the old hospitals back then, and then a nice rounded wall. Some of the original structure here of the old hospital. We have the old tile floor, probably more of like what the original nurses station would have been here. Medical Information Services. Birth Certificate Department was extension 541. Pharmacy was extension 554. Nursing Admin, A Wing, B Wing, C Wing, and D Wing. I only counted 2 wings on this hospital, so I'm not sure what that's all about. Maybe either side. Well, looks like I found the main doctor's office in here, complete with the phone still sitting here, ceiling tile on the desk, but wow. So, a VCR. They were good about keeping the staff educated, though. Here is a little quiz about workplace violence. So we don't need violence in the workplace. Contact and circuit board cleaner. It works. Mildew and stain remover. What was the doctor doing? Oh, wow. It's a layout of the Fort Duncan Medical Center. Very cool. And, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Check it out. We have an atlas of advanced surgical techniques. So, and then we have what looks like a big X-ray viewer over here. Very cool piece of equipment for checking out your innards there. Well, we've successfully explored the Fort Duncan Medical Center at Eagle Pass, and I need a bath.
The Fort Duncan Medical Center at Eagle Pass is a solid structure that stands as a memorial to lives saved and lives lost in the Eagle Pass community. A place where skilled doctors and nurses once walked the halls and where the sick and injured sought refuge and healing. Now it sits near the old Fort Duncan barracks, awaiting a possible new life once the city decides how the historic building can be used. Down the road, there's another lost legend waiting to be discovered, and on Expedition Texas, we're going to find it.